Hi everyone, I'm Natalie with Autel Robotics. In this video, we'll be going over how to do a takeoff and landing with your XStar drone. Let's get started by preparing your XStar drone for flight. Don't forget to do a compass calibration before each flight, and if you're not familiar with how to do this, check out our other video on how to perform a compass calibration. Let's start by scoping out a good location to fly your XStar drone. You'll want to find a flat piece of ground where there's no metal objects around. This means you probably don't want to take off from the roof of your car or from a metal drainage cover. Metal objects can interfere with the compass and cause unwanted behavior from the XStar. We recommend standing behind the XStar when you're first learning to fly, and make sure that battery is facing you before you launch. Now that the XStar is warmed up and your home point is set, you're ready for takeoff. Make sure you have plenty of clearance between you and the aircraft and that there's nothing above the XStar, like a tree branch or an awning for your back patio before you take off. There are two ways to launch your XStar drone. You can do it manually using only the command sticks, or you can use the auto takeoff function on your remote controller. Let's start with the auto takeoff function. Before you take off, you're going to need to start the motors. To begin, press and hold the Start Motors button located on the remote controller. This will arm the motors and the propellers will begin to idle. Now simply press and hold the Auto Takeoff and Landing button on the remote controller. The XStar will automatically take off and it will hold a hover around 10 feet. You now have control of the aircraft. Now let's perform an auto landing. First, ensure that your landing area is still clear. Then, press and hold the Auto Takeoff and Landing button again. The XStar will now descend and automatically land. Keep in mind, you can make adjustments during this auto landing sequence by using your right command stick, so just be cautious of making unwanted inputs during the landing process. Now, let's go over how to manually take off and land. With the XStar in a safe location, to take off, press and hold the Start Motors button for 2 seconds. Now push up on the left command stick, give it a full throttle to make sure you have a safe takeoff, and once the XStar is in the air, let off the left command stick and the aircraft will maintain its altitude and hover. When you're landing manually, ensure that the landing area is clear and slowly begin to pull down on the left command stick. The command sticks are sensitive, so the slower you pull down, the slower your descent. The Start Point Positioning System will help steady the XStar as it comes in for a landing. Once you touch the ground, pull the left command stick all the way down, and after 5 seconds, the propellers will turn off. If your aircraft tips over during the landing sequence, don't worry. You can always cut the motors by performing a tow in or tow out command on the control sticks. Be careful not to do the tow in or tow out command while the aircraft is up in the air, as it is a fail-safe function to cut the motors in an emergency situation. To find out more about flight operations, check out your user manual. And remember, it is really easy and fun to fly your XStar drone, but safety should always be a priority. Thanks for watching.